To the weekend, everybody. Let's get it going with NBA action on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. From the sideline, our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge. It'll be the visiting team and the home team. Now the starting group for the visitors. And Sidney Moncrief finishing strong inside.
Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
Big Dog, the pass to Flash. There's shake and bake. Shot clock at 5 to the paint. And then Culver with the dunk.
And this guy, to me, embodies determination. Small at his position, but he still gets up and keeps plays alive. That's mind over matter for sure.
And here they come. Here's Flash. And that one drops.
Great teamwork, punctuated by a strong finish.
That is the perfect fast break, guys. Getting a hoop before the defense can get set.
Now here's Terry. Outside, Jones. He kicks it to Davis. And Culver pulls it down. Here's Big Dog. Terry covering out the basket.
Putting his height to great use there. Feeling out the situation and then hitting from mid-range.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Here's the three. Can't hit that one. Here's Flash. And for the ball out of bounds, Davis touched it last. The first quarter of action, 2 minutes in. They get a hand on it. Jones with Culver covering. Terry outside. "18 feet away, and he knocks it down."
Yeah, not a perfectly set screen there, but got in just enough room to get that shot off.
Pass to Flash. Three-pointer. Inside. And then Culver with the dunk.
You have to love the unselfishness on display there. Excellent passing.
It's Terry outside. And Culver pulls it down. Here's Flash. No good on the shot. A bit long that time.
I wouldn't say that's exactly his spot now. I mean, and you can see why.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Here's Flash. The pass to shake and bake. Here's Big Dog. 5 to shoot. And the call is going to be, yes, it is, an illegal screen.
Beyond the leaning, you could see his feet weren't set on that screen. Easy call.
Yeah, I agree. You know, sometimes that can be a tough call for the refs to make, but not that time. It was easy there.
Just under 3.5 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Kicks it to Davis. Here's Terry, shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
You know, when some people look at Paul Pressey's game and they see really kind of a jack of all trades, maybe the beginning of the point forward role, but when he's on, he can operate at a high level. Actually, came into the league the same time I did.
He sure did. That's right. You guys were both highly thought of coming into the NBA. No good on the free throw. Buckets. He's checked in for Big Dog. He hits the second from the line. And here in the first quarter, with a little over 3.5 minutes played, passes to Rainbow. Pass to Mr. Moves. And there's the call on Jones. That is his first foul of the game. Mike Dunleavy, who's checked in for Jones. And Moncrief picking him up with the textbook defensive crouch. Lock at 6. Here's Culver, and stolen by White. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead there.
I still can't believe that one didn't fall.
A 3. Unable to get that one. Here's a chance for them to retake the lead.
And they have done well to stick around these last few minutes.
6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Back to Terry. Fires from deep. Drills the three-pointer. Terry's got 6.
Love the assist. I mean, he knew exactly where that bounce pass had to be to create that opportunity.
Here's Culver. It's good. Culver. First quarter wrapping up here, and Clark, it's a tie ball game. And back in a moment as we'll get underway with quarter number 2. And it's been a pretty even game here after 1 quarter of play. Guys, what's your take on the home team so far?
You got to credit their defense, communicating, rotating, making plays on the ball.
They've got them rattled. It's only the first quarter, and already they've made enough big plays on defense to last really an entire game.
Main man is out there with Dines. Then there's Buckets. Then it's Culver, and it's G in at the 2. And he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time. The whistle blowing.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
Blatant contact. Straightforward call. Simple.
Shooting 2. And he knocks down the first one. Keefe is checked in for Jones. He makes 1 of 2 that time. And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset.
Just focusing on the task at hand, that's all you can do.
Yeah, these teams trading punches right now. I mean, it's table tennis. Back and forth we go.
Now, here's Culver. He makes another one. That's 4 up and 4 in to start his game. Guys back and forth this first half.
And this could continue to go back and forth the entire way.
Right side, White. Pass to Terry. Here is Keefe. Shot clock at 6. Back to Terry. It's stolen. Second quarter, and we're just over a minute in. Here's G. Terry covering. Buckets. No good from outside. Dishes it to White. 6 on the shot clock. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot.
And pro move there. Finds a way to gain some separation against the much taller defender.
You know, your assumption would be that he'd be at a big disadvantage in that matchup, but you'd be assuming wrong.
And it's Culver, top of the key. There's the pass to G. Tipped away. From deep three-point range. Kept alive. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that interior defense.
Now here's White. And a little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second quarter. And there's the whistle. That goes on Flash. That'll be his second foul of the game.
And that's foul number 2. And maybe you don't sit him at this point, but you really have to be careful to not pick up another before half.
Shake and Bake's checked in for Flash. Sidney Moncrief on the wing. 6 to shoot. Misses the 3, and he used the pump fake well there, but he couldn't capitalize. Big Dog, the pass to Shaken, and he's good on the 3-ball.
Hey, I'm stating the obvious here, but he was very comfortable taking that shot. Not a defender in sight.
Knocks it loose, and it ends up out of bounds, and they retain possession on Sunday, then on Monday. Mr. Moves checked in for Rainmaker. Three minutes of action so far in the second quarter. And Culver pulls it down. Culver's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Here's Big Dog. This one for 3. Knocks down the 3-ball. Big Dog's got 5 now.
He might not have the long range ability of some other guys, but he will knock down open ones like that.
To end the run. That one doesn't drop.
And guys, not sure where his head was on that shot. Not what this offense was designed to create.
Not at all. I mean, that's where they want him looking for a teammate, not trying to do it on his own. He needs to share the wealth there.
And there's a whistle. There's a foul. That's going to go on the dude. That is his first foul of the game. .106 left now here in the second. Davis looking for an opening. Had the space there, but it's offline. There's Big Dog. He has 5. Passes it to the dude. There's Shake and Bake. Here's Big Dog. He's guarded by Davis. Pass to the dude. Down to 5 on the shot clock. A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark.
2 for 1, probably the way to go.
You can't just heave it, though. I mean, it's got to be a quality shot.
Here's White, and 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
Exactly. The defense determined not to allow the easy layup right there. They'll settle for making him earn the free throws.
This is his first free throw of the game. And that one falls for White. And he can't hit the second. About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. There's Big Dog. He's got 5.
And this will be the last possession of the quarter if they're patient.
Yeah, they've got to hold for the last shot here.
For the 3, and the last second attempt doesn't fall. And so it's the home team with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. They've been playing some inspired defense, giving up very few easy points. Back right after this.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, basketball fans. What a pleasure it is to bring you into the 2K studios again. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. Taking a look at this home squad. Kenny, what did you see from them?
Well, they're putting bodies on people. If you just look at the rebounding numbers, you could tell that they've been putting their body on and being more physical than the other team. Now, that fact looms large on both sides, and that's going to be the difference in the second half.
And Shaq, let's get your input on the visiting team.
I really like how they limited turnovers. You know, they didn't play it too safe. They made some really nice passes. When you can play like this and cut back turnovers, it can add up to over 10, 8, 12, 15, 16 easy points, Ernie. I don't know how many points, a lot of easy points. They'll be in good shape if they can keep making the same smart plays.
That's all for now. Say goodbye to the folks. Thanks
Goodbye,
for joining us. Third quarter, just about ready to begin.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. We've seen B-Train really have a great game.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look they wanted.
Well, you know what, guys? It was all about efficient offense, not rushing things, taking your time, finding the best shot on every possession.
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game that's been so far. Big Dog is out there with Shake and Bake. And there's Mr. Moves. Then it's G, and it's Culver in at the 5, roaming the paint. There's Shake and Bake. Releases. Jump shot is good that time. Shake and Bake's got his second bucket of the night. Terry outside. Picked away. Here's Big Dog, and he banks in the lane. Big Dog's got 7.
In that tight, with that much of an advantage height-wise, there's just not a lot the defense can do.
Poke loose. It's stolen by G. Now the pass to Big Dog. Second shot opportunity. It's tipped. Culver dishes to G. Goes up again. He lays it in.
Well, check out that assist. That's a pair of teammates that are clearly on the same page.
And if you're just joining us, we played over a minute here in the third.
And the lack of rim protection, top of the list.
Yeah, you know, just look at the numbers, guys. I mean, they are being taken to the woodshed in the paint.
Flash is checked in for shake and bake. There's the dish to Terry. Poked away. Right around a minute and a half played here in the third quarter. G passes to Mr. Moves. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Big Dog. That one, no good. Good D by Jones. It's Davis on the wing. And the wing jumper offline. There's Big Dog. He's got 7. Good work defensively by Terry.
Not really his best quarter as far as scoring. Let's see if he can eventually get back on track.
Quick shot there, and it's off target. Terry's gotten only 2 of his 8 attempts to fall from the floor. It's stolen by Jones. Terry outside. And a miss there with a chance to cut the lead to single digits. Ball's knocked loose. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. And so he's picked up his final 5. And he will sit for the rest of this game.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
Yeah, the officials didn't need to talk that one over. It was obvious.
And he can't get the first one. Clark, we hear a lot about the young basketball players in this country, the good ones playing in the AAU system. Is that the best way to develop talent for the NBA?
It's one of the better ways because the competition participating in AAU basketball. Some things are better than others with it, but overall I think it's pretty solid.
And it's going to be out of bounds. They'll keep possession. To the inside, and there's the turnover. That's going out of bounds.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
And now we're 3 minutes into the third quarter of play. Pass to Flash. Knocked away. Mr. Moves passes to Flash. Flash stayed with it, but they couldn't get it to fall. Outside, Davis. This is a derangement. And that one is off. Outside, Davis. And the foul called on Dimes. That's his first foul. .29 left here in the third quarter. Pass to Wingate. Clock at 6. From deep. The prospect of making a big lead even bigger.
And you got to jump at this chance. Stretch that lead out as much as possible. Adjustments are a part of the game, and the coach sees something he doesn't like here.
And you know what? We'll see what changes he makes coming out of this timeout.
The dude, he's checked in for Dimes. Buckets, light covering. It's tipped, and the ball ends up out of bounds. They'll keep possession. Seconds left in the third. Shot clock at 6. Here's Rain Man. The 7-footer Lister is there for the rebound. Davis finds White. To the middle. It's intercepted. Down low. And the bucket is good. 3-point play chance here for him.
And that solid play in the paint continues here, guys.
Shake and Bake's checked in for buckets. White with it. He's got 5. 26 seconds left to play here in the third. Here's Rain Man. Over to the left wing. Shake and Bake passes to Mr. Moves. Clock at 4. No good there.
Well, you know, the defense right there. You see the burst Moncrief has. Quickly getting up on the shot.
And so it's the home team in command with a 16-point lead as the buzzer sounds. And it's been their rugged defense. And let's take now this moment to bring up our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Yeah, and with the accuracy to go along with that vision. I mean, he put the ball in the absolute perfect spot. That's how you orchestrate it.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. We've got Mr. Moves, Shake and Bake out there with the dude. Then it's Rain Man. Then it's Flash in at the small forward spot.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
They swipe it. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. And so he's picked up his final 5. And he will sit for the rest of this game.
Shooting 2.
The first one falls.
And, you know, Lister is not afraid to mix it up. He's a physical big man who defends the rim really well.
He hits one, then misses the second attempt from the free throw line. Here's Big Dog. And it's Culver, top of the key. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Sherman. Lays it in without an inch of room around him.
You know, that's not how you screen for your guys, but ultimately they still found a way to come away with the hoop.
And he has not been on his game here. He's forcing a lot of shots, and the team is suffering because of it. It's time for him to focus on getting his teammates involved.
She's checked in for the dude. A few possessions into the fourth quarter, just over a minute played. Right side Davis. And there's the whistle. Illegal screen.
Seems to me as though he's lost his way a little bit in the second half. He's been turnover free before the break. That's certainly not the case anymore.
They're making this a runaway.
And the only question for me right now is just how big the lead will eventually become.
Here's shake and bake, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. It's on Sidney Moncrief. The first free throw is good. Mike Dunleavy, he's checked in for White. He doesn't get the second one. And the foul called on Mr. Moves. That is his first foul of the game. Keefe, he's checked in for Mike Dunleavy. First minute and a half of basketball played here in the fourth quarter. Knocked loose. Back to Terry from deep. And Culver pulls it down. Culver's got double-digit rebounds now in the game.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
And really a reflection of their superior effort level to this point. It seems to me they've gone after this win a little bit more.
Here's Terry. Banked in off the glass.
And, you know, coaches will take possessions like that all day long. Phenomenal use of the screen there.
There's Big Dog. Terry covering. There's Big Dog. 5 on the clock. The pass to Shaken. Outside, Davis. And there's Terry. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he makes the first. Rain Man's checked in for G. He hits both from the stripe. And the home team has possession. They led the game at 1 point by 20. Here's shake and bake. He's guarded by Davis. Shake and bake passes to Mr. Moves. Now Davis on the wing tip. Beyond the arc. And that one falls coming off of Davis's feed.
That's a nice play, getting the separation he needs for a clean look.
And you look at him, he's given up an awful lot of size in that matchup, so he needs to have the ability to create separation.
Offensive rebound, Culver, and then Culver with the dunk. That gives him a double-double in this one. 10 points and 11 rebounds. Culver's gone 5 for 5 shooting here tonight. Regarding super teams, Clark, you and I have talked a lot about this. Many fans view them in a negative light, but they're actually something we've seen around in this game for a long time.
Yeah, you're right. So often we become prisoners of the present and we forget about what transpired in the past, but the Celtics in the 60s were as dominant as any team in the history of the game. The Lakers in the 80s, the Bulls in the 90s. But I guess fans have a complaint because they feel those teams came together more organically compared to what seems to be movement by free agents that has led to dominant championship teams, although the Warriors pretty much have built their championship team through the draft.
Outside, Davis. Outside, Terry. No good.
And maybe, he thinks he can shoot himself out of the cold spell, but I don't think that's the case. Maybe somebody want to tell him to ease up off the threes.
2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Fast arraignment. The three drains the three-pointer.
They made the most of their opportunities, looking comfortable and locked in throughout the night.
Boy, they've given their fans plenty to cheer about, that's for sure. Effort, skill, coaching, you name it, they've done it.
And so they get the victory here at home. It was a tale of two teams tonight, one that was in total control, operating flawlessly, and the other just searching for answers that they could never find.
I mean, the energy here is just so tremendous. Fans involved from the get-go, and once they started to really pour it on, it was fun to see that rhythm and flow from their perspective.
And that about wraps it up. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. We'll see you later.